Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for Friday Night Fights, where we continue my journey through the Rocky franchise for the very first time. Last week we watched Rocky 5, and I've seen a lot of contention from people about which one is worse in the franchise, whether it be 5 or this one we're about to watch today, which is Rocky Balboa. Some people have said this one returns it back to its roots, while others say it's trash, and then I've heard the same about the last film, which I did end up really enjoying. Was it perfect? No. Is it my least favorite in the franchise so far? Sure, but I enjoyed the movie all the same. So with that said, I'm wondering if we'll have the same experience here. So I'm excited to get into this. I know this one had the largest gap in the core Rocky franchise. I believe this came out in 2006. I remember seeing the posters for this in my local theater when I was in high school, when I was in my senior year. I never saw a trailer for the film, but I do remember distinctly seeing the poster in the hallway whenever we would go to the movies. I'm very curious to step back into this, see what changes, what Rocky has to deal with, where his story goes from here. So we're going to go ahead and hop in. Guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It's a watch-along format, so we'll need your own footage to sync up with the time codes and my reaction to the entire film. Over there, you also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. You also get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You get monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, try to make it worth your while since you are going to support the channel. And guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already, because after this, we'll be jumping into Creed 1. With that all said and out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into, here we go, I was going to say episode, Rocky Balboa. Here we go.
Maybe this angry, visceral reaction will pressure Dixon to fight someone who can fight back for a change.
All of boxing is hoping for a warrior who thrills us with his passion.
Okay, so this guy's just too good compared to anybody currently in the game. No. Sleeping out candy. Oh no. What happened?
I know, but it's the anniversary.
Fine, you got my word.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Once again, written and directed by Sylvester Stallone. Oh, that's a way to start. I mean, time's passed, and what happened, though?
Look, your job performance is nowhere near good enough to be pulling this. I don't give a damn who your father is. You understand me? Yeah. All right. All right. Now get out of here.
Wait, is that Junior?
Did I do something wrong?
What do you mean?
I don't know exactly what I mean, but I just think that, like, when I come here, you don't feel so comfortable, and I certainly don't want to do that.
You throw a big shadow.
Big shadow.
Not gonna get anything done down here, Robert. Hi, I'm William Thomason.
How you
Your
doing?
son has the misfortune of working for me. You know, I gotta tell you, I've told Robert about 20 times that I wanted to meet you, but I guess you're pretty busy, which isn't a bad thing, is it?
Well, I get a roll.
Hey, look, grab a shot, will you, please? May not get this chance again, us all.
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
Well, finally, we get to meet. Oh, look, I gotta get going. It was nice to meet you face to face. All right, you take care of yourself. Robert, I'll see you later.
Robert. Another kid? I'm confused.
And do not let those numbers drive you crazy.
Too late.
Use an eraser. Get rid of all of them.
Aw, he's still got the humor, man. Was his name always Robert? I swear it was... Oh, I guess it's just a nickname. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know his name was Robert. Whoops. I thought it was legitimately Rocky. I was so confused. So he's got... Aww. Was it her restaurant and he's just continuing to run it? Or is this something he started in her honor? Oh man, this is just gonna make me hungry.
And then I went in there like an animal, and I threw him into the corner, and I unloaded everything I had. Hook, 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 left, left, left. But Creed, he kept busting me back pretty good.
Oh, you can see their fight in that painting in the background. Aw.
That's right, the bell. And I ain't never been so tired, and I'm sitting in my corner, and I'm trying to figure out how.
So I'm assuming Sage didn't want to reprise the role in this one. So is this going to be another Tommy Gunn situation where this guy is just cleaning house, unstoppable, and everybody's just like, oh, this is just ruining the sport. He needs an actual challenge. Is he going to seek out Rocky to prove himself?
Your son said he can't make it. He said he'll take a bank check, okay?
Oh, the pet shop.
Baby, baby. Okay, let's get out of here, okay? Hey, how you doing, Mick? The sign's falling apart, Paulie.
The whole world's falling apart. Look at us.
Don't talk crazy, Paulie. You know, I think if you live someplace long enough, you are that place.
I ain't no talking building.
I like that. So he's not upkeeping the gym anymore? Wasn't it? It was also left to Rocky Jr. too.
She was standing there, all nervous and shy with his little smile. And all I wanted her to do was trust me. She did.
You done?
Paulie, for fuck's sake, he hasn't changed.
How long we staying here?
Not long.
Well, I'm glad they tore this ice rink down.
Come on.
Aww.
I'm happy they tore it apart.
First time I walked your sister.
For once in your life, shut the fuck up.
You treated her good. You had the good times. I treated her bad. I don't have to think about this.
Oh.
Sorry, Rocco. I can't do this no more.
It's all good memories for Rocky, but it just reminds him of how bad he was. Oh, Paulie! Why am I crying for you? You know, I can kind of relate for Rocky Jr. too a little bit. You know, he was the artist, and now he's working for the suits. You know, I went to school for my art degree, and now I became an office person myself. Oh, I guess that's just pretty much how it goes out most of the time. Anyway. I didn't think about that with Paulie. Why this would be difficult for him. You know, it comes off callous, but it's just, it's a bad memory.
I read about your wife's passing a few years back.
Yeah, it was a woman cancer.
Yeah, I always heard she was a nice person.
Yeah.
It was cancer.
Do I know you?
We met a long time ago.
We did?
When I was a kid, you walked me home.
Oh,
Told me
really?
to stop smoking. And
Remember, I walked you home, and when you got there, you turned around and said, "Screw you, creepo."
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Is that really you?
How you doing?
I think he wants to drink alone.
Well, then give him his drink. What's that, your man or something? No, I don't think so.
What the?
What's your name?
Angie, what do you want to know for?
Angie, don't be playing a fool for that guy, right?
A fool?
Yeah.
A fool? I'm the fool?
You live around here?
About 8 blocks from here.
8 blocks. Would you need a lift?
All right.
Wonderful boy.
Hey, tough guy. What's the matter? You can't buy around?
Both of you.
come around
You ain't
here.
no better than me.
Come over here.
Everybody
Get your head
heard me.
kicked in around here. You punch-drunk, goofy
You ain't no-
bastard.
Dude, they can't even come up with a good insult right now. Fucking wasted.
Don't get out. It's all right.
No, little Marie, it ain't all right.
Little vigilante justice here. They seem to have been heckling her the whole time because, like, when he went in there, she was already, like, wet as shit in the eyes, man.
That guy sends his apologies.
Okay.
I love Rocky, man.
Down the street there's the Cambria Fight Club. They used to call that place like the bucket of blood. I took some massive beatings down there, but it was nice, good memories. Last time I seen you, you was a kid, and now you officially got one of your own. It's amazing. You know, he sort of resembles you. He's got that, you know, big Irish hair.
Yeah, it's the other one.
Is he looking like he's mad at me, or is it maybe the angle I'm standing at? Yo, Spider.
Let me do some dishes. I feel better.
Oh, come on, you're my guest.
Let me do something.
Well, keep eating, guess do that.
Don't make me fight you again. Last time you got lucky.
You're Rocky.
Yeah,
You got gas.
don't get too wet, okay? Glad Jesus didn't ask me to cook.
Aw.
Two contrasting styles in almost every way. This week, we feed our facts into the computer. They will weigh in on who they think will reign supreme, while fielding the comments of our illustrious panel of sports writers.
Interesting. It's like that old thing, Deadliest Warrior.
Yo, champ.
Yeah,
Man, come check out this trash they talking about you, man.
what you talking about?
Come on, man.
He's never been in real knockdown, drag-out brawls. He's never had to dig down to rally back. Well, if he tries to dig down against Balboa, he's going to find that he doesn't have a big enough shovel.
Oh my God, they're brutal.
But both in their primes, and you got to factor in here, Dixon's unbelievable speed, his slashing offense. He cuts Balboa to bits, no doubt. Dixon wins all the way.
Finally one for Dixon.
Let's see what the computer has to say. Let's have it.
He's bit off more than he can chew this time, believe it. Oh, a murderous right hook. Someone's vindicated, and it is Balboa.
Yeah, he's gonna not take that. Man, all the press about him right now is just not great. So he's gonna try to prove himself and call him out, much like Tommy did, but in the ring this time.
Why are you being so nice?
You know, I don't want you to think nothing's off, you know. My wife, she's gone, but she ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking that, believe me.
And what was you thinking?
That you don't owe us nothing. What are you doing?
I'll be patient. Now,
No.
but why you gotta owe something to get, yo, yikes.
Jesus.
Yo, little Marie, let there be light.
Was Talia Shire just not available, or did she pass away? Oh no, she's still alive. Let me know. Why did they? Was there just a reason? Was it just availability? Did she retire? I'm curious.
Hey, so how about a young one?
Yo, Steps, forget him. Come over here, man. I want you to see something. Now, you notice what this animal is doing here? Lying in that position?
He ain't doing nothing.
No, he's doing a lot. He ain't wasting no energy.
Because he's dead.
No, he ain't dead. There's a lot of good mileage left on that animal. You know, some good food, the addition of a couple of new friends. Bingo, he's back. Don't you want to name an animal? I think every guy should at one time try to name an animal something.
Punchy. How's that?
Punchy.
Yeah, punchy.
I like it.
I like it. You ready to be bailed out, my friend? Okay. Hey.
Hey, man, you know I was joking with you, right?
Yeah, I know. You're a very funny guy.
What an ugly dog.
It's a cute dog.
Yeah, he's kind of adorable, man.
I'm gonna catch you later.
Right.
Trying to build the community back up, I
Who's
think.
the criminal?
What the f?
Dresses like a bum.
Oh, coming from a human hamper, that's quite a compliment.
Hide the silverware.
It's nice.
It's almost 35 years since Rocky Marciano won the much disputed computer decision.
Last week, Rocky Balboa won
See, that's the cartoon fight I'm telling you about.
Oh, that's what he meant.
How do you think Balboa would have done against Dixon?
Badly. Personally, I think Balboa was completely overrated.
You know, he owns a little restaurant in South Philly.
What's the specialty? Pounded chicken?
What the fuck was that joke? What was the specialty? Pounded chicken?
You know, they say you only go around once, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, I think I want to, like, do something.
Like what?
Fight. Nothing big, small stuff, like locally.
Don't you think you're too, you know, old?
Yeah, but you think you ought to stop trying things?
There's also the eye thing. There's also the brain thing. Are we forgetting those? But I get it. The dog was a metaphor for himself.
Look, what are you trying to prove to other people, Pop?
Prove? Listen,
I really don't know what you want from me.
I just wanted us to get involved, you know, like home team.
Oh.
Time it's gonna catch up to all of us.
Especially if you're standing still, you know.
Hey, come on. I'm gonna call you in the morning.
Nobody's giving you no title shot.
I know that. I don't want one.
So this isn't a mental disturbance. You're mad because they took down your statue.
What? Oh. But what I was going to say is, like, I'm surprised Paulie is back here painting. Paulie being a painter isn't anything I would have expected.
What? You haven't peeked yet?
I don't know. There's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
In here.
Tell me about the stuff.
You know, sometimes it's hard to breathe. You know, I feel like there's beast inside me.
It's okay, Rocco. Please, it's okay.
I just never knew it was supposed to be this hard. It wasn't supposed to be like this, Paul, you know. I said, you want to come by and help me train?
I got a job here.
I understand.
Remember you said if you stay one place long enough, you become that place? Rocco, this is all I got.
I understand, Paulie. I do. Well, if you get time, maybe come down and see me train. I appreciate it.
Of course, Rocco.
Wow.
Mr. Balboa, you're welcome here. Since you're representing yourself, we invite you to make an opening statement if you'd like to.
No, I was just curious how I did. That's all.
The Medical Advisory Board has informed us that the battery of tests to which you've been subjected, you've passed these tests with flying colors. And we congratulate you for that. However, this commission, in good conscience, cannot recommend you for a license, and we therefore deny your application.
I mean, if he's cleared medically, why not? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yo, don't I got some rights?
What rights do you think you're referring to?
Rights, like in that official paper that they wrote down the street there?
That's the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, the Bill of Rights. Don't it say something about going after what makes you happy?
No, that's the pursuit of happiness. But what's your point?
My point is I'm pursuing something and nobody looks too happy about it. You think that's right? I mean, maybe you're doing your job, but why you gotta stop me from doing mine? Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you gotta go through to get to where you wanna get, who's got the right to stop you? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no after you earn the right to be where you wanna be and do what you wanna do. The only thing I'm asking you guys to leave on the table is what's right.
God damn, he's good.
That is so great. All right. You know what? Let's go get some food. Food.
So did the... Did the eye and brain thing just heal?
There's a bunch of nobodies out there, Mace. This is the bottom line, but I want to talk to you about something I think is an interesting opportunity. We should run with it. All right, look at me. You heard Rocky Balboa applied for a license and got one, yeah?
Yeah, I heard he got a license.
All right, so they did give it to him.
This Balboa thing is interesting because listen to me, it's a has-been, never going to be world. And you want to call it nostalgia, whatever the hell you want, but people can relate to that stuff.
A little bit of a commentary going on here.
Everybody knows you could kick this old man's ass. You get a whole new audience, will double your money on the next fight. That's how you get it.
All right, we'll talk about this crap. I want Martin back. There's nothing to talk about.
What? That whole scene just seemed like all over the place.
Yo, when was the last time you went dancing? Has it been a while?
Why are you asking me that?
Wow, I'm asking because you danced around all these problems. You might as well come and dance with me. Now, I ain't that good, but, you know, I'm probably better than the average bear. And where that came from, I don't know.
Yogi.
Crazy.
Yeah, a little warning right now. I'm going to put myself, like, geographically in the middle of the street here and stand here, me and Punchy, and wave to the first bus, say, come on over here and mash me. Because little Marie turned down the job at the restaurant. She thinks she's better than us.
Oh, yeah? Well, there hasn't been a bus down here in 20 years.
Yeah?
No.
Whew. That was a close call.
He's so f***ing charming, man. You're kidding. The one guy, after he dropped that off, like, was like nervously skipping away from Paulie. Wow. Right after that whole this place is me talk. Oh, he brought his paintings.
Unusual up there.
And he took some meat.
Deliveries are in the back.
Hey!
I think we got a little bit of a problem with this guy.
Problem? No, he's just a relative.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised she doesn't know who Paulie is.
So when they start giving retiring people meat instead of watches, Paulie?
I don't need a goddamn watch.
Yo, Paulie!
I got a watch! I got 2 watches!
Yo, Paulie!
Oh, God.
You're gonna do all right, Rocco.
How do you know that?
The stuff in the basement.
God, Paulie just gives me these, he makes me feel bipolar. I'm like, Paulie, get the hell out of here. And then I'm just like, oh, Paulie. God, he's like a fucking Sour Patch Kid. Or the Sour Patch Gummies.
We have the promotional contract for Mason Dixon, who's a big fan, by the way. And when he heard you were interested in fighting again, why not try to work something out? Like a first-class exhibition fight.
Didn't he say no? Are they going behind his back for this?
And let's be honest, that computer fight got people curious. This could be very interesting.
Yeah, but I ain't interested in getting, like, mangled and embarrassed.
Think of it, like I said, like an exhibition. Think of it as a glorified sparring session. And here's something I think you like. We're going to donate a portion of the gate to charity.
Well, that's always nice.
Yeah, it's good to give.
Yeah. Where is it taking place?
Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Nice and warm. This cold's got to be killing you.
It's stiff. I really got to think about this.
Absolutely. Understand. No problem. No problem.
I'm going to go over there. You guys can order something.
What do you recommend?
It's all edible.
Okay. Thanks. We got him. Imagine if Dixon met this bastard in his prime. We'd kill him.
And you don't move aside from nobody until you're ready to move. And it doesn't matter how this looks to other people. All that matters is how it looks to you. Rocky, look at me. How it looks to you. And if this is something that you want to do, and if this is something that you gotta do, then you do it. Fighters fight. You're not gonna punch me, are you?
The smart money says you have virtually no chance.
Puncher always has a chance.
This fight will be competitive.
Dude.
Preparing him to prepare by not doing something you love.
Rocky, the press has labeled you Balboasaurus.
Balboasaurus. It's kind of funny.
This looks like a cheap bit of ring theater between, no offense, a has-been and a man whose own credible legacy and popularity is in doubt.
Upside. I mean,
you gonna get up here and make a mockery out of me? I'm the champ. I mean, I get pissed, this guy get hurt. See you at the fight.
Oh, he brought Step with him too. How's Junior's bit gonna factor in?
Yeah, I start training tomorrow.
Hey, Rock, I made some connections. I could make some money on this, endorsements.
Absolutely, do that.
Just don't sign any fucking papers. Last time you ruined everything.
Asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
Why? How?
Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right?
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother. Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
You get off early from work?
No. I left. I quit.
Quit why?
I wasn't very... I don't know, I didn't fit in there.
I understand. So what are you gonna do?
Right now? Right now, I'd rather be with you.
To beat this guy, you need speed. You don't have it. Your knees can't take the pounding, so hard running is out. And you got arthritis in your neck, and you've got calcium deposits on most of your joints, so sparring is out. I had that problem. So what we'll be calling on is good old-fashioned blunt force trauma. Heavy-duty, cast iron, pile driving punches that will have to hurt so much they'll rattle his ancestors. Every time you hit him with a shot, it's got to feel like he tried kissing the express train. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's start building some hurting bombs.
Why wasn't he around before, man? Like I was saying, I was like, he had to have been able to help him out before. He's there now. God damn it. But that's still cool though. I love the homages that it's paying to like every entry. Like there's so many little things you would just miss if you skipped any one of them. That poor dog. Didn't they tell him running's out of the picture? Yo. He doesn't even work there anymore. Mustache! Is that this? Please tell me that's the same guy.
How much money is in this? A lot of it.
Money.
I promise you, if you try to press me, you hit me, cheap shot me, I'll get you out of there.
A lot of people come to Vegas to lose. I did.
It's already over.
Ain't nothing over till it's over.
What's that from, the 80s?
It's probably in the 70s.
Just remember what I said.
What a little shit.
Yo, ain't you a little scared?
I don't get scared.
You know, I think you try a little harder when you're scared. This is what has worked for me. Oh, yeah, you ain't scared of me.
No.
Hey, don't hit me, I'm brittle.
God damn, that lightning bolt.
I don't know. Come by and wish you good luck for tomorrow.
Thanks.
I brought you something. I hope you don't mind. I took it from the restaurant. Thanks.
Adrian.
No.
Listen, I wanted to say thanks for everything you've done for me and my kid. You've been great. And, you know, tomorrow, you're going to prove that the last thing to age on somebody is their heart.
No. Man, just watching these movies just makes me wish I watched them growing up. Because I feel like they would have been very impactful on me, like as a kid and as a teenager and all of that. Like, they still are working now, but like, there's just something like, I feel like, I don't know.
Please, I love you.
I don't know. He's just so inspiring, man. Can we not?
Veteran of the wars, here for one more last hurrah. Or the Last Supper, perhaps, with him as the main course. What's that music?
My God, some of these commentaries are just so goofy. Hey! Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Icon.
Rocky
Hope he gets his head buzzed.
Fuck you. It's a little jarring because of how this is being shot like an actual live event compared to the cinematography of the whole film up until this point. It's a little weird.
There's a hard right hand and a left and a right Balboa. He drives Dixon into the ropes with it.
He slipped the jab, man.
It's toe-to-toe in the corner. Balboa
This fight
Dixon
doesn't
letting
feel,
it all go.
I'll just be real, this fight doesn't have a lot of energy behind it. Jesus. It's like one of those old UFC games and you're just spamming the buttons and it's just like they were just button mashing in there.
Balboa landed 9 of 13 punches in that round. Dixon landed an incredible 59 out of 69.
Good God.
His legs are going fast or already gone.
And what's truly extraordinary is that Rocky can still take it.
That's what he's known for, man.
Right back to try to finish it. Balboa almost went down.
Rocky actually shoves Dixon back.
As Dixon lands these brutal shots
Come on, man.
for the second round in a row. And back comes Dixon with brutal left-hand shot. Dixon hurt his hand there.
Whoa, what?
Big away at Dixon's body. These are big punches.
God damn. Dude, did he just miss punch and fuck up his wrist?
Has never taken this kind of punishment in his entire professional career.
The body shots really caved in his ribs.
I guess he didn't line up his wrist when he punched it, or something.
Take the pain, champ.
Hey, stay on him. Everybody thought this was a joke, including me. Now nobody's laughing. Stay on. You go get him.
He's letting that animal out.
You can do this.
Oh God. This is giving me flashbacks to the end of Rocky 5. Round 8. Oh. Oh.
Go to him. Run over him.
Mickey's ghost. He's the angel on his shoulder. Come on.
They're leaving nothing on the table, guys.
The fans are still standing. They may not be able to sit down for a week.
You're doing great. I'm doing better than last round of your life.
Come on, guys.
The last round.
Come on. Touch him up. Let's go. Touch him up.
You one crazy old man.
Look at that.
Oh, he's getting that respect, though.
Cover up! Cover up! They're both in a pain-free zone. These guys are fighting in another dimension right now.
Knock this bum out, Mace.
What did you say to the kid? It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit. And keep moving forward. How much you can take. And keep moving forward. Get up.
Let's go. Get up.
Rocky,
Rocky's a goddamn anime, man. I love it.
And retaliate with fury.
Dig down deep, man. Get him. Come on, just one good hit. Oh, wait. Oh. Because it's, what, 10 rounds now, right?
You're a great champion. You got heart. Thanks for the opportunity. That beast is gone now. The beast is out.
One of the most overused words in sports, guys, is incredible. I hate to say it.
They went the distance.
Round of applause for these two heavyweight warriors.
What's the point, though? What's the point tally?
Champa has it. 95-94. Balboa.
All right. There's 3 judges, right?
94 for the winner by split decision. And still undefeated. The heavyweight champion of the...
It doesn't matter, man. He put himself out there. Hey, if he was in his prime, if this was like him versus a Drago, dude, that kid would be dead. I'm telling you, dude. But still, he proved his point.
You know, I could have done nothing without you. Yo, Adrian, we did it. We did it.
Oh man, I did really like this one too. I'll say that I think the fight, it lacked the impact and the energy that some of the previous movies gave to their fight. While I think it was, the whole like third act, like the whole bout was kind of filmed and presented like a real fight. And I think that's what it comes down to. Felt this like really kind of tackled into like trying to make it look and feel like an actual exhibition match. And it just kind of feels out of place a little bit, but I liked it. I liked the progression of it. It took a little while to get into the swing of things, but I really liked what they were doing here. This Mason Dixon kid, he was a little like one-dimensional, man. I think out of everybody up until this point, he just seemed like, I don't know I don't know how to describe him. He just didn't have that hunger at all. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Apollo in the first film, just much, much, much younger. He's undefeated. He's at the top. You know, he needs a show, but it's coming from a very different place. I feel like there was stuff that was cut out of this movie because they were trying to build something up with him in certain scenes where I think we were just trying to get into his head. You know, he had to leave. He went back to his old gym. He wanted to go back to his old coach, but it never really amounted to anything or anything of impact in the story. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe some of that got cut out or it didn't really come across all that well. I'll say that overall, like the story and journey as far as it goes for Rocky, because that's what I really care about. I like the fights. The fights are nice. The fights are fine. I care more about how does this move Rocky forward? What does this do for Rocky's journey, his character? I like what they did by the jump ahead, like the themes in this film. I like that, man. The old dog, you know, everybody's counting him out, like the dog in the kennel, like when him and Step went to go get a new dog for him. You know, he wanted to put his faith in this old, you know, tired dog that wasn't this young up-and-comer, this young pup or whatever that more likely find a home at one point or another but it's this old dog that everybody just kind of counts out. And that's how Rocky feels right now, you know, without Adrian, without somebody in his corner. The world around him's changing. You know, he's living fine, but he's complacent, he's stagnant. Even if he is living comfortably, he's doing well, he's got this restaurant that's banging. People come all the time. He shares his stories of the glory days and all that, but there's still like something left to give that he's got, that he wanted to dig out and exercise in this. You know, you can keep giving back into the world. Who knows how long? There's no time limit given for anybody. And like as he's aging too, like his neighborhood is as well. Like some of these places that we've seen multiple times and the previous films, Mickey's Gym, the old pet shop, the old apartment buildings, and all that, as it's all kind of like decaying, the neighborhood is falling apart. It's all representative of Rocky himself and what he's going through, and he's trying his best. And I think one of the reasons why he chose Marie to focus in on as a way to reconnect with the community, you know, breathe some life back into it. Like she said, the bus has not come that way to her neck of the woods in who knows how long. He's having this kind of like midlife realization that maybe they can put back into this community. Maybe it's not as out of its line as some people might think. So he sees her, this remnant from before as well, that's there with him and who's also been abandoned, you know, there with her son. No one else around. She's trying to make ends meet. We've got these people coming in and just harassing her. Like there's this whole theme of like rebuilding, reconstruction, redemption in ways as well. I don't know. I really like that like just because something's old doesn't mean you can't turn it around and turn it back into something. I do also, while it sucks, but it's very real with the amount of time that has passed, how the relationship between him and Rocky Jr. changed over the years. I mean, once you get older as a kid, you know, a lot of that glam and glitz of being a child washes away when the real world hits you. And sometimes you lose that faith in yourself. You lose your confidence in yourself. The world can beat that out of you. And he was already a sensitive kid to begin with. It kind of takes a level of sensitivity to be an artist like that. I think he just had that naturally, but like, when he went out into the real world, there was a lot of this stuff that he didn't really know how to navigate. and thought he had to change or put on a mask just to survive. It caused him to put certain blame because of his name, because people know who his father is. It casts a certain light on him, and rather than shine bright as himself, in spite of that, he kind of started to resent it a little bit and try to push away from it. I don't know. It's just a really real thing that I've seen, I've done. I like it, and I can see how that could be a little jarring for some people, especially coming from the previous film, to come into this, but it's just a very real feeling. The time skip too with Adrian, I don't know what the situation was surrounding, because I did check while watching the movie, because I always tend to have like the Wikipedia up if I forget like an actor's name or something like that, to have it up as a little bit of a reference. She's still around, so like I don't know the situation, if they just thought that would be better for the story, maybe she wasn't available, or if that's just what they thought Rocky's journey needed to see. How would Rocky get along without Adrian? I'm very curious about that, but then again, even without her in here, her presence is still felt within the restaurant, within his aura, within his drive. Everything always stems back to Adrian, even while Marie's in here. While I feel like it was kind of flirting with this idea of, is he going to like move on through Marie? Was it Mary or Marie? I can't remember right now, because I saw it on the cast list and I can't remember exactly how they pronounced it now that I'm thinking about it. They played around with that a little bit, with him kind of being this surrogate father for her son, and kind of a way to step out of this gloom of Adrian's loss and passing. That we kind of started off with him reminiscing, going down memory lane. It was the anniversary of her death. Again, like what Paulie said, you need to stop living in the past and move forward. And was this going to be him moving forward, or was that his effort to put back into the community? And she was just indicative of that. Because again, she did bring him a photo of Adrian for the fight. So there are some ways that you can read into that, but I feel like it was very much still at arm's length for those two. They never really crossed that line. Sure, she pecked him on the lips, but it seemed more like of a good luck kind of thing. But I don't know, there was something going on there, which kind of is a little odd when you think back to where they were in the first film. A little weird, but I think it came from a place of innocence, of just support. She was representing the community itself, and Rocky was trying to help raise that up. Out of this abusive situation with this bar, with the attendees there that were just harassing her the entire time, because you saw when he went in there, her eyes were glazed over, like they were just probably berating her the entire night. And this is his way to kind of get her away from that, and shelter her and build this community and build it back up, one family, one group at a time. I just feel like it's more of him being a father to the community than anything else. And I think that she was just a representation of that, because there was a lot of themes on like the very different things, whether it be the dog, whether it be Rocky, or it be this neighborhood itself. They're just not done. Paulie still being very much the callous shit he is, but there was that moment where Rocky was taking his tour around town to all the memory spots he had with Adrian, and Paulie had his breakdown about it, and that vulnerability in that moment, I think that's the first time Paulie's really been transparent. It's not the first time. You know, there was when he was going out, he was talking to Rocky, he was like, you know, I know I've never been the best of people, but you know, if I could ever, you know, take on another skin, I'd want to be you. Or I can't remember exactly his words, but like we've seen him like peel back his defense mechanisms a few times. This is one of those times where he kind of let it fall as well, and he was like, I don't like being here because it just reminds me of how terrible of a brother I was to her, and he was. He borderline made her life hell. So like that being a reminder now that she's gone, and that he can't change that's said and done. And not that even if she was around, any of that could be changed, but it's just a constant reminder that he could have been better and he never was. I like that, and it got me. Again, I think Stallone did phenomenal in this one. He's been done amazing in every one of these movies. But these monologues that he gave to his son about being true to himself and not, you know, letting the world beat him down, and not to put the weight on him, and just own it. I love that. I love the way he like went off at that board that was trying to turn him down for his license, despite him doing everything right. And surprisingly enough, somehow he had a miracle cure in the last couple of years that fixed his eye and his brain damage, so that he could even go back out. Because In the last one, they were talking about how they couldn't get him a license because of what they found whenever he was tested on. I know they kept it a secret and didn't get public, so somehow that healed, or they just were like, oh, that's just a device for that movie, we'll write it out, much like with this eye thing, because they did completely forget about the eye thing after a while too, which I did, honestly, after a point, but it's kind of funny how they always kind of do that. But I love that they brought back Apollo's corner man. They trained Rocky back up, and I like that at the end of the day, this cocky little shit talked all of his crap, you know, said all that he needed to say or felt that he needed to say, and then at the end of it, he still won, but man, he had to dig deep. He had to fight. He had to work for that win. Rocky proved that even if everybody was like, oh, this old dog's just coming in here to die, they called it an execution as it will rather than an exhibition. Everybody was counting Rocky down purely because he's old. And you know what? He might not have won. It was a split decision, but he barely lost. He made him work for it. He made him win that fight. Something he hasn't done with any of these people that he's been fighting up to this point. It does show that he is a skilled fighter, so I think he did prove that in the end, because it was something everybody was saying that, like, who is this guy? He's just fighting these little, like, Jello people all the time, or whatever they said. So, like, I think that earns his right to be the champion at this time, but at the same time gave him a little clarity. He developed some respect for Rocky, which he definitely didn't go into that ring with. I like that bit. Like I've said before, when you fight, it connects you in a way that you don't really experience or that you can't really explain. And I think that we saw that happen here. I don't know where this one would be for me. I do not know which one I like more, this one or 5. Because they both have some different qualities. I like the fight better in 5. I also like the story in 5. There's some contrivances in the story that I think kind of hold it back. I love the story and the journey with Rocky in this one. I like the themes the movie carries on its shoulders, but I'm not a huge fan of the fight itself. I think it's the least entertaining fight in the franchise. So dude, man, but I love Rocky's journey in this one. I think I like the journey for Rocky a little bit more in this one than in 5. So I think by split decision, I think I'm gonna give the edge to this movie, despite its flaws, because both it and 5 are extremely flawed. I think right now, I'm feeling 2, 1, 4, 3, 6, 5. I think that's where I'm at right now. I think another thing that I think is gonna give this movie another edge on 5 that's helping me make this decision is I cried in this one. So I think that's another thing that I'm going to give it a point in too. But again, there's not a single one of these I don't like. I don't think all of them are perfect. Well, I think 2 is pretty damn close. 2 and 1 are pretty damn pristine. Despite all their flaws, they all have something to give, something to say, and they're all fun to watch. They all just find this energy within the audience, within the viewer, and pull it out. I don't know what it is. I think it's just Rocky, man. I think it's his character, his heart, his drive, his earnestness. Because like he said, he's never been the brightest. And I think that allows him to not overthink all these things, because he leads with his heart. And not a lot of people do that. You know, sometimes he makes a decision that might seem irrational, and to most would. But it's because he's not thinking. He's feeling. He's a very emotional character, and even if he's not always expressing his emotions, he leads and lives and breathes with his chest, man. And that's so respectable. I think that's one of the reasons he stands out, and that's one of the reasons why early in the reaction, I feel like I really wish I had watched these movies growing up, because I don't know why I'm getting kind of emotional right now. I feel like I would have really... Fuck. Oh God, I don't know why this is coming out right now. Like, I really feel like these movies would have helped me growing up as a kid. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is, oh shit. Okay. Anyway, this character is just inspiring, man. And like, even where I'm at right now, I'm in my mid-30s. There's still something that this brings to the table that I really do love and appreciate. that I feel like this is something you can watch at any age, and like it has something for you. Like as a kid, there's something you can look up to, somebody you know is out there that's going to support you. And then this, in the same way, if you're older, just looking at something like this or the past film and stuff like that, and like no matter how the world tries to bring you down or tell you what you're worth, no matter what step or stage in your life, that there's something you can still give to the world. You're not done until you quit. I fucking love that. Oh my God. Dude, that came out of nowhere. Holy shit. I love it. I love these movies. I don't care. I love them. Oh my God. I'm sorry. But guys, let me know your thoughts. I don't know what else to say. I think I'm just rambling. I think I need to relax for a minute too after that little break. So guys, what did you think? We're done. We're done with Rocky. It's on to Creed, which we'll be watching and starting next week with Creed 1, and we'll pick up there. Guys, what did you think of Rocky Balboa? What is your ranking? What is your experience with this film and this franchise? What is it about this character that speaks to you? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. And if you guys enjoyed this reaction, and forgive me for turning it into a blubbering mess, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're not already, because we've still got 2 more movies to go until Creed 3 comes out. If you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korsgaard, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McCann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Amy Becca, and Josh Lee. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.